Hello, beautiful human. Welcome to Kick Up Flicks. Let's talk about She-Hulk before we get to episode 7 and 8. So, why do people want to go after She-Hulk, to be honest? Is it because they look at her and see her as more vulnerable? Is it because of her fame? Now, if you think about it, Titania is a person who supposedly, as of right now, they haven't shown anything other than that she works hard, is a very popular businesswoman, and at the same time, you have She Hulk, who's just a lawyer that really hasn't done anything and gains all this fame and popularity. And that could bring up a bunch of jealousy and hate towards She Hulk, which does make sense in reasons why the nemesis of Titania does exist at the present time, the way I kind of see it, or the way they're portraying it for me. But the big question is why go after She-Hulk, right? Is it because she's not on a team and she doesn't have anybody to team up with if you jump her, which we did see earlier on in the season when she got jumped in the alley and she didn't think much of it after that. She probably just thought of them as some muggers and just let them go. Is it because she's so nice and doesn't feel threatened by anything at the present time? Because if you really think about it, we're 6 episodes in and she hasn't had a very challenging foe that has put her life on the line to make her think about, oh, wait a minute, there are people that do want to come after me. Now, I probably have an idea that she hasn't heard the voice message yet that was left for her, but either way, will she react to that? Another question would be, how invulnerable does She-Hulk actually think she is in the season? She feels almost as if she's unbeatable. She doesn't want to be a hero, so in reality, she's not using her powers for any good whatsoever, but at the present time, just trying to use them to get laid because that's what seems that works at the present time. And that's pretty much all that they're showing. She wants to have a partner and to be with somebody and date somebody. And that's great and all, and not everyone wants to be a hero that has powers, which is totally acceptable. They're just kind of pushing her very heavily toward this role, and she just doesn't want it. But at the same time, when you have people coming after you that you might not know that are coming after you at the present time, I don't think you have no other choice but to become that hero you want to be, or find a hero that you can team up with to help defend yourself. Because it's only a certain amount of time till they find your weakness or find something that is going to be strong enough to penetrate your skin. And then that's when the game is definitely going to change. The third and most important thing about She-Hulk at the present time is that there's tons of opportunities to attack her. Whether she is in an alleyway or at a bar or at her house, she's always tends to be alone. She's not with anybody. She can put others in dangers. You know her real identity. It could put all her co-workers, friends, family that you know of in danger. So that's also the risk that most superheroes like Spider-Man, Batman, anybody else who kind of wears a mask to protect their identity wants to protect. But that doesn't seem like a very important aspect of nature right now, because no one feels threatened. It's like, oh, who's seriously going to attack She-Hulk's family? To be honest, I think that would be the very first thing that anybody would really attack, only for the simple fact is it's the most vulnerable way to get somebody who's super strong to power down and get what you want for the most part. Those are just a few reasons that I think why people are kind of going after She-Hulk and why this hate towards She-Hulk does exist. It can't be just the simple fact that she's a woman. It's not like she dresses fine and flaunts her body everywhere. In fact, she's probably one of the most undressed characters, which is actually very surprising and I really do like. And the surprising thing is she has a group of people that really do support her and want to push her in the right direction to become that superhero, to dress better, to look better, to feel better. Because if you really think about it, Jen does beat herself up a lot for being Jen. And then at the same time, Jen beats up She-Hulk for being She-Hulk because she doesn't want like either one. So she's not really comfortable in either body, though she can change at any time she wants. But at the same time, that is also starting to change from episode 6 on, I hope, because there is going to be a bigger responsibility that she's going to have to face. And I know people are trying to base it off the comics, but I'm taking the comics really right out the situation and just kind of focusing on what they're showing us for the most part from the personality. And that's what I kind of want, because guess what? Comics have a lot of time to be reviewed. The comics have a lot of time to be rewritten or redrawn in some form or fashion to narrate their story. You only have what, 8 episodes to tell a whole entire story of the first season of She-Hulk, and then maybe another 8 to 10 episodes for season 2 if there is one. I mean, that is a lot to take into account on top of everything else that they're planning on doing. And you might say if they don't have enough time to tell the story, then they shouldn't tell it at all. That's not necessarily really fair. I do like She Hulk. It's actually kind of fun to watch. It's good to get a good laugh in. It's, other than having Deadpool, another character, break the fourth wall, talking directly to me, it's almost like you're having a conversation and kind of trying to find a way to relate to this character. Oops, sorry, trying to find a way to relate to this character, and that's what I really do like. So either way, kind of let me know what you think about this season so far, and like an honest and truthful way about what I've been saying. What do you kind of think is going to happen in the long run? But either way, this is our She-Hulk just talk before we get to the rest of the season and finish out. So let me know what you think. And if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and most importantly, don't forget to kick up and not down. And I'll see you the next time I post. Peace.